We're on to Wolf Brother chapter 21, and at the end of the last chapter, Wolf has run off with Wren's pouch, and the bear has chased after him. "Where are you?" Torak's desolate howl echoed off the rock face. "Where are you?" the hills howled back at him. The old pain was opening up in his chest. First Fire, now Wolf. Please, not Wolf. Wren stood blinking at the mouth of the cave. "Why did you let him off the leash?" he cried. She swayed. "I had to set him free." With a cry, Torak started rooting around in the wreckage. "What are you doing?" said Wren. "Looking for my pack. I'm going after Wolf." "But it'll be dark soon." "So we just sit here and wait?" "No! We salvage our gear, we build a shelter and a fire. Then we wait. We wait for Wolf to find us." Torak bit back a retort. For the first time, he noticed that Wren was shaking. She had a bloody scrape down one cheek and a bruise the size of a pigeon's egg coming up over the other eye. He felt ashamed. She'd faced the bear. She'd even had the courage to shoot at it. He shouldn't have shouted. "I'm sorry," he said. "I didn't mean—" "You're right. I can't track him in the dark." Wren sat down heavily on a boulder. "I had no idea what it would be like," she said. "I never thought it would be so—" She covered her mouth with both hands. Torak unearthed an arrow from the rubble. The shaft was snapped in two. "Did you hit it?" he asked. "I don't know. I don't think it matters. Arrows can't bring it down." She shook her head. "One moment it was after me, and the next it was after Wolf. Why?" He tossed away the broken arrow shaft. "Does that matter?" "Maybe." She glanced at him. "Did you get the stone tooth?" He'd almost forgotten about it. Now, as he reached inside his jerkin and brought out the mitten, he just wanted to be rid of it. Because of the Nanook, Wolf might be dead. No more grooming nibbles in the morning. No more uproarious games of hide and hunt. Torak bit his knuckle, fighting his fear. He couldn't lose Wolf. Wren took the mitten and turned it in her fingers. "We've got the second part of the Nanook," she said thoughtfully, "and lost the first. But why did Wolf take it?" With an effort, Torak forced his mind to what she was saying. Something flickered in his memory. "Do you remember," he said, "when I found the river eyes, it was as if Wolf could hear them, or sense them in some way?" Wren frowned. "You think the bear can too?" "All the shiny, shiny souls," he murmured. "That's what the walker said. Demons hate the living. They hate the brightness of the souls." "And if the souls of ordinary creatures are too bright," said Wren, getting to her feet and beginning to pace, "then how much brighter, more dazzling must the Nanook be?" "That's why it attacked you, because you had the river eyes. And that's why Wolf took the pouch, because he knew. Because—" She stopped pacing and stared at Torak. "Because he was luring the bear away from us, Torak. Oh, Torak, he saved our lives." Torak stumbled to the edge of the trail. The fog was clearing at last, and below him the vastness of the forest marched away into the west. What chance did Wolf have out there, alone against the bear? "Wolves are cleverer than bears," said Wren. "He's just a cub, Wren. He's not even 4 moons old. But he's also the guide. If anyone can find a way, he can." Wolf raced between the beech trees, the wind at his tail, and the shining, singing raven skin gripped tight in his jaws. Far away, he heard the lonely howl of Tall Tailless. Wolf longed to howl back, but he couldn't. The wind was gusting, the demon sent towards him. He smelt its rage and its terrible hunger. He heard its tireless breath. Strongest of all, he sensed its hatred for him and for the thing he bore. But Wolf knew with a fierce, bright joy that it would never catch him. The demon was fast, but he was faster. He no longer felt like a cub who must wait for the poor, slow Tailless to catch up. He was a wolf, racing between the trees in the swift wolf lope that goes on forever. He revelled in the strength of his legs and the stretch of his back, in the suppleness that let him turn at full speed on a single paw. Oh no, the demon would never catch him. Wolf paused to drink at a noisy little wet, dropping the raven skin for a moment. Then he snatched it up and settled back into his stride, climbing higher towards the great white cold that he'd only ever smelt in his sleeps. A fresh scent drove that from his head. He was entering the range of a pack of stranger wolves. Every few paces he passed their scent markings. He must be careful. If they caught him, they might attack. When he needed to spill his scent, he waited till he reached another little fast wet and spilt into that instead of marking a tree. The scent would wash away, and neither the stranger wolves nor the demon would smell him. The dark came. Wolf loved the dark. In it, smells and sounds were sharper, but he could see almost as well as in the light. Far ahead, the stranger pack began its evening howl. That made Wolf sad. He remembered how joyfully his pack used to howl, how keenly they greeted each other after their sleeps. The snuffle licking and the rubbing of scents against each other, the smiling and playing as they encouraged one another for the hunt. Quite suddenly, as Wolf thought of his pack, he began to tire. He felt each pad strike the rocks as never before. He felt an ache running up his legs. He began to hurt. Fear gnawed at him. He could not go on forever. He could not go on much further at all. He was far from Tall Tailless and crossing the range of a stranger pack, and the demon was tracking him relentlessly through the dark. Get ready for part 2.